why so many artists struggle with addiction, and how sobriety can awaken your true art. Why do so many artists fall into addiction? Why do the same people who create the most beautiful, transcendent works often destroy themselves in the process? It's because there's a war going on inside, a war between the inner world and the outer world. Inside, an artist feels everything more deeply. You see beauty and pain that most people overlook. You feel emotions that have no language. You live with ideas that come from somewhere beyond yourself. That inner world is vast, emotional, and spiritual. But the outer world, it's loud, shallow, competitive, and obsessed with numbers. That's where the conflict begins. You create from truth, but the world judges from trends. You seek connection, but the world rewards performance. You give everything, and the world often gives nothing back. So many artists start reaching for something to close that gap. A drink, a pill, a high, a distraction. Something that makes the pain of not being understood fade for a moment. Something that silences the noise and numbs the comparison. But what addiction really does is separate you further from yourself. It promises relief, but it steals authenticity. It disconnects the artist from the very sensitivity that fuels creation. That sensitivity, the thing you once saw as a curse, is actually your power. It's what allows you to see colors others can't, to express emotions others suppress, to turn chaos into beauty. Addiction numbs that. Sobriety amplifies it. Most artists don't realize that their real struggle isn't with substances. It's with self-acceptance. You're not using to escape the world. You're using to escape the parts of yourself you don't know how to love yet. When the inside world doesn't match the outside one, you feel like a fraud, like you're always pretending to be okay while drowning in self-doubt. The bottle, the line, the pill, they're just temporary bridges trying to close that gap. But you can't create wholeness from escape. You can only create it through acceptance. Getting sober isn't just about quitting something. It's about coming home to yourself. It's about finally listening to the voice inside you without distortion. It's about facing the emotions you've been running from and realizing they're not your enemy, they're your teachers. When you start healing, you stop needing permission. You stop needing validation. You stop trying to prove your worth through pain. And that's when the art changes. Your art becomes lighter, deeper, more truthful. It stops coming from desperation and starts coming from alignment. It no longer tries to impress. It begins to express. Sobriety doesn't kill creativity. It clarifies it. It gives you the strength to use your pain instead of letting your pain use you. Every sober artist eventually learns that the darkness wasn't what gave them their gift. It was the courage to face it. Sobriety gives you that courage. It's not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming present. When your inner world finally aligns with your outer world, there's peace. You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to perform for love. You don't have to destroy yourself to feel alive. You start realizing that the same energy you once used to escape can now be used to create. That's where real art comes from. Not from suffering, but from transformation. The truth is, getting sober doesn't make you less of an artist. It makes you more of one. Because for the first time, your art becomes an act of consciousness instead of survival. And that's the moment you become free. If you're struggling right now, I want you to know that healing is possible. The same fire that fuels your art can fuel your recovery. The same imagination that built your music, your paintings, your words, can build a new life. Sobriety isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your awakening. So, take a breath. Pick up your instrument, your brush, your pen, and start again. The world doesn't need another tortured genius. It needs a healed artist who knows how to turn pain into purpose. Because that kind of art doesn't just entertain, it elevates. And if this message spoke to you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone who might need to hear it. And watch the other videos in the Artist's Awakening series to keep growing with me on this journey. The journey back to your true self. Because once you find peace inside, the art will follow.